Wizards taking on the Chicago Blues.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field, the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Working with his 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. And
he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Now back to throw. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Second and 3. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Wizards add 6 to their lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he rifles one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of...
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really... life in this...
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch the lead now to 17 to 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. .39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, 17 yards. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down and inches. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Blues get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from it. Got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. .31 yards on the punt there.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
60 yards on the ground for him so far. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd and 5. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Not much there, only a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They're going to look to throw. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team,